Anybody living around Lough Neagh would have noticed the decline in the number of midge swarms. Whereas in the past, they were incredibly dense, and you would see the midge swarms gathering over the trees, and they looked like smoke. The midge swarms are made up of two species, Chironomid plumosus and Chironomid anthracynus. These are non-biting midges, and they don't feed, and they just emerge to breed and lay their eggs back in the lake. The swarms that we used to see were breeding swarms, and the males would die very quickly after that, but the females still had a job to do. They fly up to a mile offshore to lay their eggs on rafts on the surface. The eggs hatch and the larvae sink to the bottom, to the mud. And there they feed on algae, bacteria, and detritus. And over a year, they go through 4 stages. The following spring, it should coincide with the sedimentation of the non-toxic algae. And that gives them enough energy. Those algae are full of lipids. It gives them enough energy to pupate, to form pupae. The pupae rise to the surface and the adults emerge. And so we start the whole cycle again, and that lasts about a year. But that's how it used to be. Whereas now people just don't see the swarms anymore. And the reason for that is the introduction of an invasive species, the zebra mussel. And that has been in the loch, probably, it was an accidental introduction from boats. So that's been in the loch for about 20, 25 years.
Although there can be many reasons for the decline in the midge population, the key factor here is the competition for food with the zebra mussels. Now, the zebra mussels have an advantage because they're filter feeders, so they filter the non-toxic algae out of the water, whereas the midge larvae rely on the algae settling onto the bottom where they would feed. So the zebra mussels are removing the food before the midge larvae can get at it. And so their population has been declining. But it's an important interaction. It's a change in the food web. And now the good news is that AFBI and Queen's are working to look into this interaction.